Ching, ching. Okay, it says find the equation and vertex of a parabola whose directrix is, okay, so now we're getting into what we learned. My directrix here is going to be y equals 5, and it tells me my focus is 2, -3. So the first things I want to do is kind of make just like a little bitty a graph sketch, or a sketch graph. Doesn't have to be perfect, just something little bitty so I can figure out what the heck's going on.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since this is a y equals, I have a line at y equals 5. So far, so good?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? My focus is at 2, -3. So 1, 2. My focus is going to be right here. Now, that should tell you a couple of things. First of all, is this puppy going to open up or down?
Down.
It's going to open down because the focus is always inside your curve, right? And your directrix is always outside. So we know just by looking at this that this puppy is going to open down. All right? What does that mean? That means that my A is going to be less than 0. A is going to be negative. Okay? Next. What do we know about the vertex in relationship to the directrix and the focus?
Well, it's halfway between them.
It's halfway in between them.
And on the same x as the...
Right, so
focus.
basically I can just kind of go bloop, 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 and figure out what this distance is here, right?
Yep.
Pretty much?
Yep.
What do you think? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, you know
8.
the x would be 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like it's going to be right there to me.
2, 1.
2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And what I did was I just counted up 8 total and cut it in half, which was at 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, which was at 1 from -3. And my 2 stayed the same. So are we good to go on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or did I do that wrong?
I just checked it. It's fine.
Vertex is at 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, we know vertex is at 2, 1. We know that it opens down. Let's see. What did they give me? I don't know what A is, but I do know where my vertex is. So if I know where my vertex is and I know where my focus is, can I find that distance in between there?
Yes.
How far is it apart?
4.
Okay. What is this distance called? It's called P, right?
Yep.
So P equals 4. Remember that A equals what?
Oh.
Equals 1 over 4p.
1 over 4
Right?
P. No, that's perfect. So let's see. A equals 1 over 4p. So A equals 1 over 4 times 4. So 1/16. But I know since it opens down, what do I know?
Negative.
It's negative.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, do we have enough information? I think we have enough
Yes.
information to write our equation. Y equals A times x minus h quantity squared plus k. Y equals, A was what? -1/16?
-1/16.
X, what was my vertex? Was 2, 1, so x minus
X
2
minus
quantity
2
squared plus 1.
y.
And you're done.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the equation of the parabola given the directrix and the focus. Good to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, pause. All right, now we're just going to find an equation from a graph. So first thing you want to do is we're just going to go ahead and look at what the general, or the vertex form, excuse me, of it would be. Whenever you're looking at a parabola, it should be pretty easy to find the vertex. Hopefully it comes out on a nice point. So when you're looking at that picture, where is my vertex located?
-3, -1.
I agree. -3, -1. So I already know what the H and K are. I just have to be able to find the A.
Uh-huh.
What I want you to do is pick one other point that lies on the parabola. There should be, are there some points labeled there? Like -2, 1?
Yeah.
Do you see that one?
Yes.
We're going to take the point -2, 1. Well, before I use this point, let's go ahead and write what we know. We know y equals A parenthesis x plus 3 quantity square minus 1. We know that. Remember when we did the circle earlier and we didn't know the radius yet,
Yes.
but we knew a point on the circle. We could plug in that point and find the radius.
Uh-huh.
If you know a point on the parabola and you already have the vertex, then you can find the A. And that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So we're going to substitute in this -2, 1 for the x and y and solve for our A. Okay? So let's see. 1 equals A parenthesis -2 plus 3 quantity square minus 1. 1 equals A times 1 squared minus 1. 1 equals A minus 1. I'll add 1 to both sides. I get A equals 2. What did you get?
Yep.
After I have A equals 2, I'm going to plug back into that equation. Y equals 2 parenthesis x plus 3 quantity square minus 1. And I'm done. So in parabolas, typically you have to have 3 points to write the equation of it. But if you happen to know the vertex, which you can see from the graph, and just one other point on it, you can plug it back in, solve for A, and you'll have the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay? All right, you can kill that.